Today, we're going to break down the perks of owning a home in today's market. We're going to use plain and simple terms, and I'm going to use a little mix of humor along with that. If we haven't met yet, my name is Sue Singleton. I'm a realtor with Carolina Coast Homes Real Estate here in beautiful southeastern North Carolina. So let's talk home ownership perks, and we're going to start with pricey property popsicles. So owning a home is like having the world's finest popsicle. I like to think about a chocolate popsicle made with the finest chocolate that money can buy. Now, sure, it costs more, but it won't melt away, and it's yours to enjoy without worrying about the prices going up with each lick. That's the way the market's been, that's a good thing. The next thing we're going to talk about is tax time trivia. So owning a home means you get to play a grown-up game of tax trivia. So can you guess which deductions you'll win this year? Well, if you can guess it, would you please let me know also, because it's always a guessing game from year to year. It's like a treasure hunt, but with forms and numbers, right? We're going to talk about rent control relaxation. We could all use a little relaxation, right? So what we want to do is say goodbye to those rent hikes. Now, we all know that the rent rates over the last 2 or 3 years have just gone exceptionally high. But with a home, you're in control. And the only surprise is when you realize you have to replace that leaky faucet yourself. But in my case, that means calling a plumber. So let's go on to decorate delights. So your home, you have to think about, is your canvas, and you're the artist. So maybe you want to paint the walls just a really bright, beautiful color that maybe might be a little bit loud. Or you might want to hang a disco ball in the living room. Whatever it is, no one's stopping you from doing that. Well, that is, except maybe your significant other. Privacy paradise. It's the land of peace and quiet. So we have no more sharing walls with misty, nosy neighbor. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Then that means that you can blast your favorite tunes at 3 a.m. without getting angry glares from the neighbors the next morning. What about gardening? Let's talk about some garden games. If you've got a yard, you can dabble in gardening. It's like playing a video game, but the only boss battle is against those stubborn weeds. Now, here's something we all can relate to in one way or another, and that's work from home wonder. Remote work. No problem. You can create your dream home office. Just be careful not to mistake your bed for your desk during those long Zoom meetings. We heard all kinds of stories during COVID, if you remember. So let's move on now. We're going to talk about, maybe you want to be a local detective. So what are local detective duties? You'll become the Sherlock Holmes of your neighborhood. You'll know everyone's business if you want to, from the best burger joint in town to the neighborhood secret passion for cricket or tennis or maybe even knitting, right? What about the stuff stash sanctuary? And I think that's a tongue twister. Let me try that again. Stuff stash sanctuary. Are you tired of that cramped apartment? So a house gives you more room for all your stuff. It becomes your stuff stash sanctuary. But remember, don't let it become a Storage Wars episode. What about the cat's kingdom approval? Now, you know what I'm talking about if you're a cat lover. Your feline overload will finally give you a nod of approval, right? So I think I said overload, but I meant your overlord. What is wrong with my mind? Your feline overload will give you a nod of approval for this. After all, they've been waiting patiently for their royal palace, complete with a kitty moat. But in reality, that's probably just another name for a fancy watering bowl. So that's just a little humor. There you have it, homeowner. It's in a simple, chuckle-worthy terms. We just wanted to have a little fun with it. It's like upgrading from a tricycle to a shiny new bike. A bit more responsibility, but a whole lot more fun, right? So if you have any questions about how you can purchase a home in today's market, and including today's interest rates, reach out by phone, text, or email. And if you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe to my channel and like and share my video. I would greatly appreciate it. And remember, happiness grows here. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.